Hey folks, we're back with more Hollow Knight, finally. Told myself I was gonna make at least one more of these before finals happened. And so here we are. Last episode I lied to you guys. I said we were gonna go check out the thing at the center of the Forgotten Crossroads. You know, this big ol' bug. Instead I just went and fought a pregnant mother and murdered her and her children in cold blood, and then went shopping for 10 minutes. So we're gonna go do the thing that I was gonna do last time and fight the big boy. Big boy is gonna get wrecked. So while we're heading over here, this will be like one of the last detours, I promise. You might have heard something just up this way. You can hear it a bit more clearly now. It's like a little mewling. Well, this isn't a very good wall. It's an example, but you remember there were destructible walls that we learned about in the last episode? Yeah, that concept is used here. And it's used to discover the best thing in the game. These are grubs. And that's the sound they make when you free them. If that doesn't warm your heart, I don't think you're human. There's just something inherently good about that. This, by the way, is a super husk. I don't actually know their name. But they're big, and they do that. They do those two moves, essentially. And you've got to be very careful about the club attack, because it will deal 2 damage to you if you get hit by it. So you don't want to get hit by that. While he was wildly swinging at us, he opened up this passageway. This passageway is not particularly useful to us right now, because that's what it looks like. I'm good at bouncing on spikes. I'm not that good at bouncing on spikes. We'll have to come back later. Remember, Metroidvania. Please don't hurt me. You will, whenever you encounter something that you can't get through, it's likely just something you're gonna have to come back to later. So by my reckoning, we're basically in the room with the big thing right now, and you can't help but notice there's a locked door. Yeah, it's a boss. I've been sort of clever about it, but like, how could this not be a boss? It has horns! I know we have horns, but like, we fight things too. And this boss isn't not gonna be like the Gruzmother. It's actually gonna be easier, but more visually impressive. So I suppose he'll have that going for him. Everybody meet the False Knight. This is what I would call the first proper boss of the game, even if he's just like a harder version of those husk grubs that we just fought. And this is why he's called the False Knight. It's because he's nonsense. Look at that. You think that's intimidating? He's got a big old set of armor and just nothing. So he has basically, like 3 attacks, I think? He has this one, which summons a shockwave. He can also swing his hammer while he's jumping, which won't make a shockwave. And he will rain fireballs from the ceiling. That's basically it. You can hit him with the fireballs. It's a neat little thing that I never knew. Hey, maybe you want to jump, Aaron? Ah! Alright, I like how I said he was easier and then it took, like, several hits. Ow. Don't hurt me. Nice, easy boss, Aaron. And there he goes. Another fun fact about this fight is you see this wall? It's destructible. You can actually just, like, run past him. You don't want to do that, though. Because he has hashtag valuable stuff. Also, it's fun pummeling him. From this guy, we got the City Crest, which is basically what makes me say he's the first real boss, because we don't get anything from fighting the Grow's mother. A stone slab bearing the crest of the Hellenist capital city has an insert on the back that would fit into a slot. Yeah, it's another fun little detail. His mace was actually just another hardened bug. And there's a treasure chest! Got a lot of money. That's the treasure chest. At 200 Geo. We can't get up there, and because of Mr. Fatty Bobatty over here, we can't actually jump over the hole that he made. So, we just have to move on. Into what is essentially the only tutorial the game is gonna give us. In a really interesting, like, I don't know. I like the very slight tonal shift here with the shamanistic like skulls and shit. It's really cool. And the like one bench in the game that has this model that's just made out of bones, it's really good. I wanted to check something. I don't remember what it was. Map! I wanted to check the map. Yeah, our map has been updated. Remember the quill we bought last episode? That's why. So you can see we went into the boss chamber. We even mapped out that little passageway that the husk broke open. And we have this place, the Ancestral Mound. Where we are right now, and there's this guy. Hitting him doesn't do anything, so maybe we should listen. Oh, what is that creeping out of the darkness? My, you're looking grim. A strange empty face and a wicked-looking weapon. Something important has drawn you down into Alanist's corpse, but I won't ask what. Perhaps the reason you found me is because you need my help. Say no more, friend. I'm gonna give you a gift. A nasty little spell of my own creation. It's just perfect for a little one like you. Oh, ho, ho. Shaman's giving me power in the woods? What do you have to say? Don't be afraid, have faith. That spell belongs to you now. All you need to do is take it. Oh ho ho ho. You won't be going much further without it, I promise you. He's right. As this spell is the thing we're gonna need to succeed. More on that later. Because right now I need to have a trip, apparently. Consumed a vengeful spirit. Hashtag Dota. Tap B to unleash the spirit. You can also tap left bumper, which is a much more convenient way to go about things, if you ask me. So what does Vengeful Spirit do? R1, by the way. It kills things. It kills things really dead. Like that. That would take like 2 sword swings. That guy takes 3 sword swings. I was gonna set up a thing where I was like, that guy takes 3 sword swings, then I kill another one in one shot, like that. There we go. So Vengeful Spirit is very powerful. However, it presents an interesting dilemma. Because as you noted, as the game noted, it costs soul. Which is, of course, the thing that we use to heal ourselves. That means that when we get damaged, there's then an interesting decision to make. You can either finish the fight quickly, using your great powers, or you can back up and heal. Backing up and heal is potentially very risky, but it's not actually, like, as risky as potentially ending the fight quickly. Of course, you will leave yourself vulnerable if you do that. Be all the soul. I want all of it. Put it in my body. And now we encounter the real reason that we came to get this. That armadillo right there. I'll demonstrate why we needed our ability when I next encounter him, but suffice it to say that he's impossible to damage without Vengeful Spirit. Oh ho, there you are. I was watching over you while you slept, and must have slept away myself. I woke up and found you disappeared. A surprising one. Actually, I wanted to ask a small favor of you. See, there's a certain creature lurking just above us in the heart of this temple. Oh? Well, yet another surprise. You've slain that creature before I've even asked. I scarcely deserve a friend such as you. You're a marvel. Thank you for letting me out. And yeah, that's how I got magic powers from a shaman. And didn't get them from tattoos. Like a certain someone in another video game franchise. And that was the one tutorial of the game. I mean, I suppose you can count King's Pass as a tutorial, but it kind of is more like the Mega Man first level style tutorial. And now, we have something important to note. Corny's gone! He's left us. Why did he leave us? The answer is because we beat the boss of the area. If we hadn't done that, then Cornifer would still be here. But we also couldn't progress with the game, so I'd call that a fair trade. Kind of. So I reckon from here, I will just go ahead and go on to the next area. There's a lot more to explore left in the Forgotten Crossroads. However, just kind of don't feel like it, to be honest. Gotta feel like moving on to one of the better levels. So remember, did we come here last time? I don't remember. This is why you should do these, like, more frequently than, like, once a week. The Pilgrim's Way. Travelers of Hallownest descend through verdant wilds and fungal groves to the city at this kingdom's heart. There all wishes shall be granted, all truths revealed. City, eh? Well, we got a crest for a city, I believe. Yeah. All that remains is to descend through the verdant whatever. And this is why we needed Vengeful Spirit. Because this guy cannot be damaged by our nail at all. And, wouldn't you know it, he's guarding the way on the Pilgrim's Path. Come on. Come on. Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me! Yeah, he's not the most successful enemy. Which is why there's not much of him. Which is why there is not much of him. Note the sizzling, oozing sound. That's acid. Don't drop in the acid. It's essentially spikes. With a twist. Welcome to Greenpath. We've officially reached the second level of the game, complete with its own set of enemies. Its own music, its own everything. These folks are dangerous because they expel poisonous clouds, both when they are alive and after they die. Don't get caught in them. These guys are essentially reskins of the Charge Boys from earlier. Ah. I didn't know you could do that to those guys. Neat. Ah, right. Forgot about Venus flytraps. Greenpath represents essentially a step up in difficulty. From here, everything is going to be actually real. Like, the False Knight was a boss, technically, but he's not hard. You saw... I mean, claiming that I rocked him doesn't feel quite honest, but that's like the worst I've done against him in the several runs I've had of this game. He's not a difficult boss. He's surprising on your first run, and that's basically it. So, what you just saw, I do not have a map for this area. That's the greatness of this game's mapping system in play. I have a map for Dirtmouth, I have a map for King's Pass, and I have a map for the Forgotten Crossroads. But I don't have a map for Greenpath. It means that I can't map stuff in Greenpath. I don't have any basis to work off of. More on that mysterious figure later. But yeah, I don't have anything to go off of, and so Hollow Knight just can't map anything. He'll remember rooms that he's been to, and he'll be able to map them once he does get a map. You don't have to go and revisit... I don't have to go and retread this path once I get a map. But it's nice because for the first little bit of exploration, you're just going. You're just exploring and using your own wits to know where things are and keep them in your head. I like that, because it allows the player to get like a sense of the area they're in without being overwhelmed and having to learn every single thing about it. Plus, that's how real cartography is done, dude. I mean, obviously, real cartographers don't start with a base map, but like, the Hollow Knight isn't a literal cartographer. He's just an explorer. And of course, found the paper trail, heard the humming. There's our boy. Hey, Cornifer. Isn't this a contrast from the crossroads? Such a humid, lively place. The roads twist and turn in the most wonderful ways. I've done my best to chart the area ahead, although I must admit some of this area's inhabitants proved quite a nuisance. Or just a map of this area. By the way, I haven't introduced myself, have I? Yes, I should apologize for that. When you spend a lot of time by yourself, just with your own thoughts, you forget the niceties of conversation. My name is Cornifer, and I've always loved exploring the world. When I was first hatched, I wandered off immediately, leaving my brothers and sisters and poor mother behind. That's why as soon as I moved to Dirtmouth with my wife. A huge, unending kingdom to explore right on our doorstep? Who could resist? Anyway, I'll let you return to your travels. With a little luck, we'll meet again. Be safe and farewell. I ran into another traveler as I made my way down here. I tried to call out to her as she dashed past, but she barely even glanced in my direction. Not an appreciator of maps like you and I, obviously. Sounds like that stranger we met on the road. Wonder what she's doing here. What's her story, and why is she in such a rush? Game's all about exploring. Calm down. Alright, so now we have a map. We know generally where to go. And yeah, okay. That path on the left there of the little column that we've been in, that was where the person ran off to. And we can't go that way because we can't jump high enough. I mean, we technically can go that way, but it's a speedrunning tactic, and there's nonsense. It's not like the intended path, so we're not gonna go that way. I have done it though. It's fun, but like it just saves a couple of minutes. It's like, yay. I really like this. I really like these things because you can kill enemies with them, and you're just like, I don't know. There's something very viscerally satisfying about it. Just thunk, and there goes a guy. I believe this is the way to Hunter? Yeah. I like this, I like this encounter because a lot of people, they get to here and they're like, I ain't fucking with that. but like, the point of this game is to interact with stuff. So literally, my first thought is to walk up to it, and it's just like, oh, you can talk to this guy. I'm not gonna try to imitate that voice. Tiny squib, you approach fearless. Are you a hunter like me? You feel the urge inside to stalk, to kill, to understand? I don't think one of those things is quite like the other. Then take it, my journal. It will aid you. At first, the text may seem difficult to discern, but a learned hunter will come to understand its words. Venture the depths of this land and slay its beasts. Prove yourself worthy to bear the mark of hunter. And it gets a big fancy splash screen, but the Hunter's Journal is essentially just the bestiary for this game. It contains information on every single enemy in the game that you kill. After you kill one of them, it will unlock the top description. Shit. And if you kill however many it says, it'll unlock the bottom description. I'm not gonna complete the bestiary, like, on camera, because that mostly just involves running around and killing things a bunch. I do plan on completing it, though. There's a neat little thing that you get to see whenever you do that. Let's free another worm and bask in their beauty. But yeah, the bestiary, it contains, like, some advice. Usually it's just, like, musings, though. Like, there's not... You're not gonna, like, get the secret cheat codes to the game by reading the Hunter's Journal entry on bloat flies or whatever. There's particularly little to say about aspids. Hey, there's that person again. The hell is she doing? No! Where have I gone? Oh, I know where I've gone. Down here. Which is kind of perfect, actually. Because we are running up on time. Right. Yeah. That's basically where I'm going to end it. So, to recap, we beat the hell out of the False Knight, got a new super cool ability, and started exploring the Greenpath. Now, you'll note that we are quite a ways away from Dartmouth, what's sort of functioning as our hometown. We'll be able to solve that problem pretty quickly. We will eventually be able to return home with quite a bit of speed. Alright, that's going to do it for now. Thank you guys for watching.